The last time we saw each other, we created a heart and we did a patterned background using oil pastel. Today we are going to add watercolor right on top of our oil pastel to create an oil resist. So once we have used oil pastel on our papers, the oil in the pastels is going to resist water because oil and water resist each other. If you've ever tried to put oil and water together, they don't mix. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our brush and we're going to dip it into water because watercolor needs water to work. So we're going to dip our brush into the water and then we're going to dip that brush right into the red watercolor palette. And I want to leave that palette on my tray so that it doesn't get messy. And then I'm going to brush that watercolor right over top of my whole paper. And anywhere that I put oil pastel will resist my watercolor. So I need water to pick up the red. And I'm going to brush it right over top of the whole paper. And everywhere that I am adding red on top of my oil pastel will be resisted. So I can go right over top of the background, I can go right over top of the heart, and any spot that does not have oil pastel. So any part of my white paper that is showing is going to pick up that watercolor to create an oil pastel resist. And I'm going to keep going and pause this and show you what it will look like when you're done. Now that I'm finished, I can see that every part of my paper that was still white is going to have my red watercolor, and all of the bright colors from my oil pastel are still visible.